Welcome back. Another barrel proof baseball craft distillery bottle review. You're probably wondering to yourself, if you watched the last two, why is Tony wearing the same thing he's worn the last two episodes? That's because it's the same day and the third in a row I'm videoing, and I don't care to change my shirt or my hat for you. I just don't. And I like the hat. It's new. It's from Chug Merch. They didn't give me this. It's a BRBN bourbon. Get it? But I can't wear it forward because I have a giant head and it doesn't look right. So I wear it backwards. Keep up my youthful exuberance. Today, we are going to be talking about probably, I think it might be my favorite bottle that has been sent to me so far, just overall. And I'll get into the tasting of it later, but maybe just overall from a brand, from a bottle, from the taste, just all encompassing things, my favorite. Before we get into that, check out sponsors below, right? We've got Manscaped going, 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com when you use the code BPB, right? So go to manscaped.com, buy yourself something to make yourself look handsomer, right? Or ladies, for your gentleman to look handsomer. It's not a word, but let's use it. Manscaped.com, code BPB, 20% off free shipping. Second one, a newly added sponsor, which is Bottomless Coffee. Kind of cool. It's a what's it called? A subscription-based coffee deal. And you sign up, you buy a bag of coffee, they send you a Wi-Fi enabled scale. And when you keep your coffee on that scale, when it gets low, it alerts Bottomless Coffee, and they send you another bag from a different roaster based on your preferences. So it's really cool. I'm looking forward to it. Just started it out. I haven't even got my first bag or scale yet, but it should be here in the next few days. And they offer like 500 different roasters. So got a lot of options to try for some of you who may be coffee enthusiasts or addicts. So try it out. All right. That's all I got. Today, we are going to be talking about Frey Ranch Farmers and Distillers. Okay. This is their straight bourbon whiskey. Now, Frey Ranch, for one, let me pull this back a little. This offers to me the coolest bottle that I've been sent. Okay. My first favorite, I think, was Coalition, which you can see back over here to the left. It's got the 1920s era Art Deco design. But I think, unfortunately, sorry, Coalition, but I think Colby over at Frey Ranch, I think they take the cake. This is the heaviest bottle of bourbon I've ever felt. Okay. It's got the Frey Ranch logo here, right? It's got a super heavy lid that if you have to, I'm not going to give it all away, but you have to watch the episode because it's underwatched. I'm going to tell you right now, of all the episodes I've done, my interview with Colby Frey, who is the owner and founder of Frey Ranch Distillery, is the most underwatched episode I've put out because his information and what they are all about is phenomenal, and it needs to be watched by millions. He deserves that. I'm not even going to tell you about it right now, but there's significance to this bottle cap, okay, that you have to find out by watching it. But this is heavy duty. This is no joke. You have to watch. There's significance to the wrapping, to the labeling of it. And again, watch the episode with Colby Frey from Frey Ranch to find out. This is like, Frey Ranch is probably the epitome of a craft distiller. Okay. So Colby and his team, his family, they have a ranch in Fallon, Nevada, which is about an hour east of Reno, where actually Colby and myself both went to college. And they are a working farm. They grow their own grains that goes into making their whiskey. Okay. And again, he gets way into the story, and I'm not going to tell it as well as he is, so I'm not even going to try to. But watch the episode with Colby Frey from Frey Ranch. Cannot say that enough. Okay. I think that if you're in California or Nevada, if you listen to his episode, you're going to go out and buy a bottle based off what he says. Okay. So check it out. I'm done plugging them. because I have to be as non-biased as possible. And if I come off as too biased, you're not going to believe me. So just watch the episode. All right. So we've got Frey Ranch. This is it's 90%. Now what's cool about this is a 4-grain bottle. Again, you find most of them are obviously with bourbons, it's going to have corn, malted barley, and you're either going to try to probably have wheat or rye. Typically, this actually has all 4. It's got corn, wheat, rye, and malted barley. So this is different than other bottles that I've reviewed thus far, and it's definitely unique. So try this, compare it to some others that are 3-grain bourbons, and see if you pick out any differences, any nuances of those. Tasting this. Okay. I will say, from a non-biased perspective, the nose is unique. I think it's good. It's unique. It's different. It's definitely complex. And when I say complex, I mean like you don't just smell it and go, caramel, or that's oak. Cool. There's like a layer of what I would say is corn. I would say there's corn in it. I would say that there's honey. It smells like honey and corn, and there's definitely like a deeper smell to that. And I cannot put my finger on it, but corn, honey, and something else that smells nice. It's 90 proof, and it doesn't come across as being like overly ethanol scented, where you get that burn. I don't get that burn with this because it's not super hot. It's just a nice, consistent smell. And it's just got layers of complexity. And I think if you sat here for long enough, you would start to pick those things out. So the scent, have fun with that. Same thing. It hits every area of your mouth, right? You swallow it. It sits on the back of your tongue. It hits the sides of your tongue, right? Like there's spice in different places. I don't feel like there's an overwhelming amount. Like it's still sitting on my tongue right now. You get the grains from like the wheat and malted barley. You get the spice. There's actually like a spearmint or peppermint type of a taste to it. Not the minty taste, but imagine if you had a small mint in your mouth and you've swallowed the mint and you've got that like cooling sensation almost, and just the taste of that cooling sensation. I might be getting a little deep on that one, but that's what I get out of this. It does. It tastes like you had a little piece of like one of those Mentos or Altoids, I should say. And you've eaten it, and you have like that little like effervescent-y taste going on in your mouth. It's grainy. It's corn. It's like you get the spice from the rye, and it just lingers forever. Like it's still sitting on my tongue. It's a nice warming sensation of a drink. I would not touch this in a cocktail. I will never personally put ice in it. I'll never put water in it. I will never know what this tastes like unless they send me a sample and they say, you need to try this with water. I think this is so unique. There's complexity. There's so much finish to this. I dig it. Like I really like this bottle. It's $50. It's really exclusively in California and Nevada. I think it's good. Everybody that I've talked to about this has gone out and bought a bottle, and every single person has loved it. And so I really think if you're in California or Nevada and you have access to getting one of these, you do it. Yeah, that's just such a nice flavor. I mean, it's unique. It's not like there's good bourbons that you get caramel, vanilla, oak, leather, and like that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how bourbon tastes. It's bourbony. But this, from a craft distilling perspective, from somebody who is growing their own, they're picking the seeds that grow their crops that go into the distillation process to make their whiskey. How do you not respect that and want to support that? That's just me. Okay. So if you find something else that's on the shelf for $50 and you can find it everywhere else for $50 and it's sitting next to a bottle of Frey Ranch, do yourself a favor and buy the Frey Ranch. That's just me. Try it out. I don't think you'll disappoint. Or I don't think you'll be disappointed. So back to the grading now. We've talked about this. 20-80 scale. Like we're going to go baseball scouting style, 20 to 80. 20 being you're a bad major leaguer. Let's say that. Or 80, you're a Hall of Famer, and everything in between. 50, you're an average major leaguer. So you're an average of the best players on the universe. Let's put it that way. I think I've gone the last two like 55 to 60 or 65 with these. I give the Frey Ranch, without question, I'm going 65 to 70. I can't. It's not a Hall of Famer. Actually, what I will say, Colby Frey, the owner, sent me a sample of their single barrel, which is a barrel proof. I think it was 132 proof. That's a for sure 70, possibly pushing 75. So that would be like my go-to of anything I've had, anything I've sampled since I've started the podcast. That is my number one. I can openly say that that's my number one. I put this at 65 to 70. I think you got to try this out. I think this is a must buy if you see it on the shelf. So if you've had Frey Ranch, comment below. Be sure to subscribe. I don't know if it's the 4-grain mix that makes this special, makes this unique, but I really think this is something that's worth trying out. I don't think you will be disappointed. Give it a shot. Frey Ranch, Fallon, Nevada. Let me know. Leave some comments below for sure. If you've had this, everybody that I've talked to that's had this really enjoys it. So if you get your hands on it, I'd love to know your thoughts. And I'm really appreciative of Colby and everybody at Frey Ranch, whoever made it possible to send me this bottle. This is awesome. And I'm definitely going to be buying another one of these with my own money. So if that says anything, that should speak volumes. So enjoy.